As you can see, our rooster and our two little sex lynx are growing along fine. They're getting a little big for this, and we take them outside on a daily basis and let them have a little bit of space out there. Our tilapia breeder colony is doing well. Our big boy there. They seem to be doing quite well indoors in the indoor tank. So, I think he's camera shy. And there's our chicken tractor. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but it does the job. And through our glass end here, we can see the girls. The one with the broken beak, she didn't make it. Let's go ahead and open this up. Here we go. Hey girls, smile for the camera. So we're now down to 3 Rhode Island Reds and 3 Barred Rocks. They're doing well. They're growing like crazy. And come August, we should have eggs. Little thing here is our daytime run where we put the Rhode Island Red young rooster and the 2 young sex lynx so that they can have a little bit of outdoor space. The hydroponic system is doing awesome. So our various lettuces, you notice different sizes is because as we harvest one, we add a new one in. These romaines and this butter crunch here, they're ready to go. Our parsleys are looking nice and fine. Added this screen over top to use as sort of a shade cloth because they're starting to wilt during the day. And this cuts down the light enough to keep them in relatively decent shape. Look at that arugula. Yum. Forgot to mention, in addition to the duckweed that we're growing in the hydroponic system, we also have some duckweed in our Dutch bucket. Cucumber in there. Got little cucumbers on them. These are jelly bean tomato plants. They're supposed to make these teeny tiny tomatoes. They're not growing very big, but I guess teeny tiny plants make teeny tiny tomatoes. The other tomatoes in the Dutch bucket, doing great, lots of flowers. These are assorted flowers that we planted for the flower garden. And our strawberries. Looks like we're going to lose this one here. I need to stop being lazy and get the strawberry system done so we can get these things out of the dirt and into the aquaponics. Speaking of the aquaponics, I don't know if you can see our little tilapia down in there. They're growing. Our little seedling starter. Our tomato tree, it's going out the top. It has fruit set all over the place. This thing is going to have more tomatoes than we know what to do with. And that one gets harvested tomorrow. Our oregano and thyme are doing quite well back there. I stuck a couple of broccoli in there just to see what would happen. This is that little hybrid floating raft system. I finally made a new one and put some net pots in there. What we've been using this for is not so much to grow these plants out, but rather to root them so that we can put them into the hydroponic system. The beans in that one look a little pathetic, but these beans are looking great. They've got some flowers up here, and I expect we're going to have green beans before too long. Out here at the blueberry patch, remember I told you we're going to have lots and lots of berries? Look at all those berries. And this is just one. And it goes back and over. We're going to have a lot of blueberries this year. I am working on sourcing some other food for the fish. Right now we have the hot tub that we used as a pool last year set up to grow some duckweed. Put some of the gambusa in here so that we wouldn't get any mosquitoes, and a fountain pump to keep the water aerated, and it does cause some surface motion, but it's not too bad. The duckweed doesn't seem to mind yet. We'll tinker around with that over time to figure out the best way to keep this going, but we needed some aeration in there for the fish that we put in. The fish that are in here will not eat the duckweed. That's the reason we use them in here. But they will eat mosquitoes and other interesting things that end up in the water. We had these little red worms. They were some kind of a wisp, I was told. And there's no more of those in here. But we're getting a ton of algae in here. But I can't put a tilapia in to clean out the algae because it'll also eat the duckweed and defeat the purpose of doing this, which is to grow duckweed for the fish. So we'll figure it out as time goes on. The reason why we finally broke down and decided to go ahead and use this one is we had another larger hot tub given to us that will become our summer cool down if we don't get one of those cheap swimming pools. This is something new that we haven't shown you before. Currently that's our driveway, and it kind of splits that piece of property and that piece of property in half, and it also keeps us from putting a fence fully across the front. So what we've done is our fence is there. We are moving our driveway over here. I've been out here hand clearing this, and we'll put a fence down the side of that, and that will give this entire area here is one solid continuous piece of land for either goats or emus or both. We haven't completely decided on that yet. We do want the goats for milk. The other thing you'll see all those little white flowers out there. Those are wild blackberries. They're volunteers. We're going to have lots of blackberries this year too. Until next time.